kind of a work day on the homestead, but I thought what I might do is share the contents of a Princess Auto pest control and play box, a little order that I put in. So I'm going to show you a few items in here. Okay, so what did I get? Number one, I got one of these nifty items on sale. Where's my packing slip? Oh, I gotta go by memory. I think it was $10 or $12. A bug zapper, so it's a light bulb that screws into a regular light socket, has an ultraviolet light, and it's electrified and zaps bugs because I have a mosquito problem in my house. So I was very excited to try this out. I've been using it for a couple weeks. I'm going to show you some more details about this bug zapper in a minute. Pest control. Here's another pest control. Could not say no to a little Ruger break and barrel 177 caliber pistol, air pellet rifle, air pellet gun, what do we call these now, for pest and target shooting. As you may know, I have a bit of a chipmunk and rodent problem, and this is going to be my barn and garden gun. Easy to carry around. There's always chipmunks getting into my chicken feed, mice in the garden, whatever. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to clink at cans with this. So let's open this up and take a look in a minute. A play item. Camillus machete. It's like 25 bucks. It was ridiculous. I could not say no. The Carnivore XZ, including a small little, I guess, a neck knife. So we're going to open up this guy too and have a look at what's in here. And then the last item is I got a green surplus rain poncho, Power Fist rain poncho, because I actually don't have a good waterproofing system for when I'm backpacking and I just want to like cover my whole self in a rain poncho, and they take up so little space. And it was like $3 or something silly. I just went on to the like their flyer and just started scrolling through and found all these things that I could not say no to. So without further ado, let me give you a closer look at the bulb zapper, and then we'll open up some of these other items. Okay, the bulb zapper. I hung it up in my entranceway because that's where all the mosquitoes come in. I have holes in the screen door. And check this out. So if you turn it on, it turns on the ultraviolet bug attracting portion and also the light. And if you turn it off and then back on quickly, the ultraviolet light portion and the zapping portion stay lit. So I basically just leave this on all night, and every couple of days I have to clean the bugs off of it, and I want to show you how clever that system is. So I'm going to turn it off, just going to unscrew it. Just a regular 120 volt socket. Let's have a closer look at this guy. Yeah, just here at the kitchen sink. Okay, so the bulb zapper, you just twist it and the protective cage comes off, and it has a cleaning brush right inside of it. And if I give you a close-up on that in the light here, you can see that there are lots of bugs that have been killed on here, mosquitoes and other guys. So let's get a little catch basin here. All you need to do is brush those guys off, and they're usually dried out and crusty, so they just disintegrate. So brush, brush, brush. Depending on how many bugs you get, you're going to have to do this daily or weekly or in some other time interval. I don't want to get bugs all over my dishes here, but okay. Wipe it all up. I'm going to stash the little brush back in there. Going to put the protective cover back on and hang that back up. In the meantime, check out how many bugs came out of that bulb. Gross. So I wasn't too sure how well this would work, but I'm super happy with it. It is quite effective, and been using it for a couple weeks now, and I would say that it is a win. It's actually almost the right kind of day for me to use this poncho because it keeps raining off and on. Oh. Let's open this guy up. So the Ruger Mark IV pellet pistol shoots 320 feet per second. It's got a rifle barrel. It's got some instructions. You have some pellets. Let's see. Alright, it's got a safety up here, so the firing position, the safe position. What else is on it? A couple of little fake knobs that don't do anything, it looks like. So pop a pellet in there. Put it on fire. First shot hits the can. That might be one chipmunk eliminated from the barn, or a vole from the garden. A couple of voles around this year. So it automatically goes back to safety when you cock it. And woo, there's another chipmunk gone. I love it already. So it's pretty easy to cock. Automatic safety. You can adjust the rear sights on it. It has a nice red front sight. Front fire. And 3 chipmunks down. Cool. I like it. Okay. And I'm probably not going to review the poncho, but I'm sure you'll see me use it in on a rainy hike or something. Now, the Camillus Carnivore 8-inch blade. It's got sheaths, and it comes with a little, what are they calling it? Spear notches, 9mm hex head. It's kind of like a multi-tool. Got a cutting blade, a gut hook, or a barbed backbone, I should say. And they're saying that this carnivore has a chisel, a digging tip, and a cutting tip. A wire cutter, and a saw. I've never been impressed with the saws on the backs of machetes, but there we go. Carnivore. I just don't want to lose this little... Oop, I lost it. The little accessory knife. And it can... You can take the accessory knife off of the main sheath if you want to and carry it differently, it looks like. Carnivore. Alright, that fits in there. And it's got a belt loop. It's got some instructions which I'm not going to read. And it has a snap retainer that fits right by the hand guard, but maybe doesn't quite fit. Might have to stretch it out a little bit. Anyway, let's whack some stuff with this. What have I got that's like, got some plum branches here. Those need whacking. Oh, sharp, 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 sharp. Good whacking. Doesn't have a whole lot of weight, but it's sharp. Cool. Let's chop down some of these pin cherries. Let's do a little bit of landscapey stuff here. And go. Branch, 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 top, middle. That works. That works just fine. Just fine. And it actually, the saw actually feels sharp on the back of this. So let's run it over here. And just to try it out, let's cut the base of these pin cherries. So these are a bit bigger than my thumb. Well, I think they maybe figured out the sawback. That's the best machete saw that I've used so far. It's pretty low to the ground. It's tricky to use down there. Let's try it on some dry wood. I'll just move you guys again. And let's give a try. This is all the pile of junk that I have to burn. Trying to manage my forest fire risk by removing deadwood from the property, especially near the house. It's not as good on dry wood. It's it would be good for carving figure fours and things where you want like a nice straight cut and you've got the patience to just kind of work at it. But as far as cutting on dry wood, I'm going to say it's a no in my short trial here. The grip is pretty grippy. Where am I? That feels good. And there's a little hole there if you want to put a wrist strap on it, or sometimes I like to just tie a couple inches of rope because then I always have a few inches of rope if I need it. There's the wire cutter hook at the back and the chisel front, which is not sharp. You can see it's triangle shaped. The digging tip, and then the cutting portion. I see another shrub I want to attack. Let's go check it out. This is just elderberry, but it's growing up against the shed, and I don't like when it rubs against the siding. And I mean, it's not that hard to take out, but have tool will chop, so let's do some chopping. It is sharp. It cuts. Where are we at here? Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Well, making quick work of these elder pests, elderberry, elderflower pests over here. That works great. And it's a little bit light as far as choppers go, but it's got good forward weighting, and I think this will not be onerous to carry on a belt if you're out for a hike, or you're fishing or hunting or something, or camping or bush crafting. Let's try that saw back again. It does work way better on green wood. That's in my limited testing. It does work good for that. And for the price, I'm pretty happy with it. It's almost like a garden tool with a chisel tip and a digging blade, or I could use it as a foraging tool for collecting mushrooms and roots and things. Yeah. Alright. You know, if you just like getting out and clearing trail and whacking at stuff, this is probably great. Chop, 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 chop. It's practically all done. Yeah. Cool. So, do maybe a couple close-ups of some of these, but just a little box of sale items that I picked up from Princess Auto, and definitely going to be using these more through the summer and the fall. Oh, I should show you the little one too. You're probably curious about that. Hold on. See the retainer is just a bit too tight to do, and it doesn't tension fit or anything, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. I'm gonna want to adjust that. And here's the little guy. So it's got a blade, some barbs, some hex tools, and then I guess for making a spear, they've got these notches. They're suggesting that you could use those as lashing points if you had a little bushcraft spear for whatever bushcraft purposes you might have in mind. And it just fits in there in that piggyback pouch. And the belt loop is a nice, it's a nice big one if you're wearing like a bigger tool belt. And it has a kind of a, I just noticed, a non-slip surface on the inside. So wherever you put it on your belt, it's probably going to mostly ride in that position and not just slide around all over the place. Alright, just a little quickie gear video. It's starting to turn into poncho weather, so I'm going to call it there, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I've got brush to burn.